All right, here we go. It's Eating with Sasquatch. I am the Sasquatch, and today we got a foggy camera. Well, let me fix that. We're doing a Q&A here. Let me see if I can wipe this off. There's a little bit of smudge on here. Hopefully this doesn't mess anything up. Sorry. There we go. Sorry about that. Sometimes there's always technical difficulty. It's just sometimes they're major, sometimes they're minor. You just never know. Heat 101. I assume that's who's in the house, but we'll see. So hopefully you guys are commenting. And Jesse Brown, first viewer, first one to say something anyways. I think maybe Brandon's in here, I'm not sure. Or Dark, however you want to say it. So basically this one's going to be kind of a Midgard, what's going on? What's that? This one's going to be kind of a Q&A type deal. I'm going to let you guys know some of the stuff that I've got coming up. Talk about the charity events. One of the guys that watches this show a lot, Michael Connolly, hopefully he gets in here. Michael Connolly has been asking me for a long time to do a Q&A thing. So it's one of those that, I really have never sat down and done a true Q&A. I mean, sometimes we've done Q&As at the end of different yeah. What's up, Steve? Yeah. What's up? Heat 101 in the house. Anyways, yeah, I don't really sit down and do these true Q&A things. And so I kind of wanted to, Michael's been asking me for a long time. I kind of wanted to sit down and do this and just kind of, get a feel for what maybe you guys want to see in the show going forward, what you guys like, dislike, things that I'm doing. You know, I mean, you guys are the ones that are watching this show. I care about what you guys think. So this is kind of a Q&A for me too. So my question is, what do you guys want to see going forward? Do you want to see more spicy challenges? Do you want to see more reviews? Do you want to see more just food challenges? What are we looking at here? Because I mean, I do this show for the fun of it, but I also want this show to be relevant and for people to watch this show to be entertained. So, you know, that's kind of my, end goal. So, Heat 101 in the house. You guys rock. Yes, they do. Rocking the shirt, as a matter of fact, right now. So, yeah. Um, I got a couple of different spicy things here. Honestly, I just did some stuff with Blum Loco. So I got some of their chocolates here. I'm going to probably play around with some of these. I really thought those were amazing. I think Heat 101 would agree with me. Those were just amazing chocolates. I got quick flash of that. That's all I'm going to show you at the moment. But I got the world's hottest chocolate from them. We're going to do some challenges. I'm going to hopefully, excuse me, a little pepper gas there. Been shooting some videos today. We're going to hopefully do a video with Brian Ams here pretty soon. I'm hoping I can get that done before the holidays. I'd really like to, obviously probably not Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving's next week, but before Christmas and New Year's, I'd really like to hopefully get that done. More challenges, more reviews, whatever floats your boat. Hey, I appreciate that too. I mean, it's one of those that like I do the reviews. I'm gonna do the reviews no matter what. They're just part of it. I really enjoy doing that. I really like, especially I myself really like helping the guys that are sorry, camera issues. I really like helping the guys that are kind of the smaller guys kind of get their name out there. And so it's one of those that, you know, I'll never quit doing the reviews completely whatsoever. There's no way. But it's one of my I'm sticking to that one for sure. And I'm sure I'll end up doing spicy challenges and I'm going to do food challenges. But I'd like to know what people like to see more, I guess, is what it is. You have a question. I recently won the 2.0 version of the Death Nut Challenge, courtesy of Bootla Bobby. Check his channel out. Oh, I'm good friends with Bootla. Have you done this challenge and what can I expect? I personally have not done the challenge. Myself, I feel like that challenge is a little overpriced for what you're getting. And I don't like to be a negative guy when it comes to that kind of stuff, but you're eating some peanuts. I mean, seriously, you're eating peanuts. And there's just pepper powder on them. And I hate to say it like that. I really do, because somebody spent time creating that and coming up with that whole thing. But I myself, I make my own spicy peanuts. I will take some cocktail peanuts because they have a little bit of the oils on them. I'll take some cocktail peanuts, put them in a Ziploc bag, pour some pepper powder in, shake them up. Instantly, you got death nuts. I mean, to each their own. I just think that challenge is way overpriced. From what I've seen too, the heat level is just not justifiable for, what is it, like 15 bucks for something like that plus shipping. I mean, and personal opinion, it's just me. It's just like I did the hottest corn chips in the world from Australia. It would have cost me $40 to get those chips over here. And hey, what's going on, Ike? It would have cost me $40 to get those chips over here. And at that point, even if they were really, really hot, I just can't justify doing that. So luckily somebody sent those to me and I got to try them. I mean, if somebody sent me the death nuts, I would probably try them, but myself, I'm not going to go spend my own $15 on something that I can make for literally pennies at my house. And I'm not trying to take anything away from them. They spent hard, there was a hard process that went into making that. I mean, that's just not one for me. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I hear it's pretty hot. I don't know what you can truly expect. I would say definitely make sure you don't do that on an empty stomach, first and foremost. Message retracted. Okay. All righty. Hello, fair assessment. So yeah, sorry, I don't mean to get too long-winded on that. I appreciate your passion and support for the up-and-coming crafters out there. I have discovered many new favorites because of your non-biased reviews. I appreciate that, Mark. And that's what I always try to do. I really try to support the up-and-comers. I feel like those guys, they're the guys that are going to be, sorry, again, focus issue. Sorry about that. They're the guys that are coming up with the new flavors and things that you just never would have imagined. And it's so cool. I've got so many different friends out there that are hot sauce makers that are just on that level where they're getting ready to cross over into professional. And it's so cool to watch that happen. And some of them I've even helped be a part of that transition. And it's very fulfilling to me as a reviewer and just as a person to get to be a part of helping somebody cross over into that next level. So really cool for me. I love it. What was that? I saw somebody say something. Oh, Alec ate them yesterday. Definite too. And I know Alec too. I just actually got to hang out with him recently. He's a beast. So I would assume he probably didn't have much of an issue with those peppers, with those peanuts. It's one of those that if you're a true chili head, I just don't feel like, I think there's some variance too. I guess I just don't feel like the risk of whether you get a kind of a dud or a really good one is really worth it to me. But Dark and Bella, they did it. They did the Death Nut Challenge, and if I remember correctly, Dark said it wrecked him. So, and I mean, I know that guy's got tolerance. So, I mean, it's kind of up in the air. I'm gonna go ahead and eat something some kind of spicy something here. See what I got. I'm gonna eat some of these chocolates from Blum Loco. They were really good to me. Yeah, I need something to eat on, something spicy. This has nothing to do with heat or hots, but more of the grandpa stories. You and your brother cracked me up talking about grandpa. When me and my brother get together, we always have crazy stories from when we were growing up. I mean, if you were to like read an autobiography about my life, you'd think they were making it up. If you were to read what I experienced and what really happened, there's no way you'd believe it. It would sound like complete and utter fiction. It's crazy. My life has just been insane. So I'm excited and a bit nervous. Haha, seeing Johnny Skull's reaction to it, so I'll have high expectations. And hey, you know what? I mean, that's the thing is I think some of those Death Nut peanuts, some of the boxes really have heavy amounts of the powder in them, and they're really highly respectable heat in there. But I think I've seen some people that aren't even what I would consider really high up their chili heads eat some of these Death Nut challenges and been like, really? So I mean, he smashed them. Yeah, 13 million Scoville crystals on the death nut. Okay, fair enough. I did not know that. That may be interesting. See, now that may make it a little more worth my while to go be interested in those. But who knows? I mean, if chocolate. I think this is a jalapeno one. This is a white chocolate jalapeno. So yeah, this right here. Let me see if this is one that I got open yet. Myself and Brian Ams are going to do this real soon. This is a dark chocolate sucker with 9 million Scoville plutonium, Mad Dog 37 or Mad Dog 357 plutonium. They're going to be hot. I can't wait to try those. All right, what else we got? Come on, throw me some questions. Where is Mike Connolly? He was supposed to be here. He probably didn't know. He usually gets notifications late. So let's see. What do we got next here? I'm going to eat the milk chocolate one. I think the milk chocolate is habanero, if I remember. Yep, milk chocolate is habanero. I think this was the hottest one in this box. I love the saltiness of these. Hottest pod I ate this season. It was the 7-pot brown that I grew myself. And I hate to say it like that. I hate trying to... And I got the seeds off of Jimmy Pickles. He gave them to me, and they were actually a bonus. He always sends out bonus seeds when he sends seeds out. But I grew these out, and they grew out just gnarly. And the first pot I ate, it was so hot. I was on the phone with my friend Dave Miner, who's another very well-known pepper grower. It was so hot that I actually started to get a little bit lightheaded from it. It was an 8 for me. I've never experienced just a raw pepper get me to an 8. I've never gone beyond a 7. It was the hottest I've ever experienced. I did a review. You can actually go back in my videos and look at my 7-pot brown review. I don't even think, if I remember correctly, I don't even think I could swallow it. It was the floral was just so much in that, but the heat, I chewed on it for a while just to get the burn from it, and it is an incredible burn. Thinking about any new challenges? Well, why, yes, I am, Brandon. Not only am I going to be doing that World's Hottest Sucker, but I'm going to be doing a challenge with Heat 101 and Main Event Pong. We haven't quite hashed out the details of when we're going to do it, but we know it's tacos. We're going to do Taco Bell tacos. I know it's not great, but we're going to do Taco Bell tacos, and we're going to do, I think, 30 tacos, 1v1v1v1. So there'll be 4 of us participating, I do believe. Should be myself, Dark, Bella, and Main Event Pong, Nuff from Main Event Pong, sorry. And I believe we're going to do, everybody's going to get 30 tacos and try to just eat 30 tacos. Now, I don't know if we might mix and match the tacos. They might not all be hard. They might be all fiery tacos. We haven't quite nailed all that down, but that's coming up. Will you be doing the Cully's Noodle Challenge? Honestly, I'm really undecided about that one too. That one's kind of pricey, and I mean, I've made my own spicy noodles that are just ridiculously hot. So for the price, it's just, it's so hard for me to justify sometimes. You know, I mean, I guess the thing for me is I have a family. You know, I do these videos and stuff, and I do spend money on some of this stuff, and I do buy products from certain crafters and whatnot. But sometimes spending money on some of these challenges, it's just like, when I know that I can do something that's equivalent to that particular challenge on my own, it's a lot harder for me to justify going and spending my money on it. So I don't know if there's maybe something. I'll have to watch a couple reviews, and if I see people or challenges, and if I see people really getting wrecked by it, then yeah, I'll probably do the challenge. It's just, at this point, I want to make sure it's worth it to me. What's up, Corey? Good to see you, brother. Heat 101 doing 2 packs was not the best idea. I would love to see more group challenges like the Nuggets with you. Yeah, James, that's definitely going to happen. I think myself, Heat 101, and Main Event Pong, we've all kind of just decided that we're gonna ride that one. We really, we like each other a lot, and we're good friends. And I think it's something that's just it's nice to have that kind of camaraderie slash combat versus the other channels. And I think certain aspects, each of us kind of have our own strengths, and it's fun to watch. I mean, we got wrecked. We got killed in the Nugget Challenge. Thank you, Patrick. You suck. But any which ways, yeah. I mean, that's definitely going to be more of that. As you wish, James. Exactly. Have you ever tried the end from Pepper Palace? I don't think I tried that. I had an opportunity to try that one, and I did not try it. And it was just because the opportunity I had, I believe, was at the New York Hot City or New York Hot Sauce Expo. And matter of fact, shirt right there. And I was on an empty stomach, and plus I was going to be doing a Reaper eating contest, and I just didn't want my stomach to be messed up, and I regret that. I really wish I would have tried that. You need to do both. Good to see you. What's up, buddy? You make great videos. Thank you, Cody. I appreciate that. You guys are okay. Howdy, Rich. What's going on, Rich? Hey, I got some of your stuff right here, Rich. Rich Fern. Good guy. And honestly, Rich, if you want me to, I'm not really doing anything but eating some chocolates right now. I can check out some of your stuff. You just give me the nod, and we'll eat some jerky. So here goes the habanero chocolate, by the way. It was an awesome night. The end is all right. Yeah, I mean, it's an extract sauce, so you know. I do, Rich. Go for it. All right, right on. And see, I've heard the same thing, Midgard, that it has a pretty decent flavor for being a extract sauce. A lot of people, they don't care for extract sauces. I don't mind extract sauces so much if the extract is not just too much at the forefront. I mean, if you can get the other flavors in there, I'm all for some extract sauce. I love heat. As a matter of fact, that little piece of chocolate right there has actually got a little decent amount of heat right there. So let's see. I'm gonna look at these since Rich is in here. He sent me 3 different jerkies and 3 different powders, and I believe the powders that he sent were all powders that he used to make these jerkies. Mellow Yellow, which I would assume is just because it's yellow pods, and I think he shows what he used there. Hot Chocolate and Diabolical. So I'm sure Diabolical is the hottest. I assume Hot Chocolate is the second hottest. I could be wrong on that, but I would assume Mellow Yellow is going to be the easiest one. Extract with Reaper, yeah. And I love the flavor of Reaper myself. And the good thing about Reaper, when you're talking about extract sauces, Reaper tends to overtake flavors big time. And if you like the flavor of Reaper, then you tend to, it tends to kind of mask things. So that's kind of a nice aspect of using Reapers in sauces. Which is you like best? Most folks love the Mellow Yellow, and I am correct as far as the heat goes. Okay, so Mellow Yellow, let's check it out. Got good flavor. So this is 7-Pot Orange, Ghost, and Fatale. I love all 3 of those. There was a nice smokiness at the beginning. So far, the only thing I would say there, Rich, is I would say it could maybe use a little more salt. But if I remember correctly, and it might be you saying that you had to be careful about salt. Maybe it's somebody else. I could be wrong, but it's definitely not a salty jerky, which is okay. I'm just used to more salt on a jerky. The flavors are there, though. I definitely taste the smokiness from the Ghost, and the aftertaste is very Fatale. So heat-wise, and I just ate something that was kind of spicy. I'm not really picking up much heat whatsoever, so it is very mellow. Mellow Yellow is a Caribbean mango sauce with the powders. No salt at all. Okay. And I kind of assume that because it just really, I don't have any real salt experience there. There is a little sweetness to it, but it's not like a sugary sweetness. I mean, that's pretty good. Again, I'm used to there being more salt to it. Not a bad thing. Trust me, I probably eat too much salt as it is. This hot chocolate looks a lot stickier. So I would say there's probably, if I'm guessing, there's either going to be like some honey or some molasses or something like that in this. You can kind of almost see the glossiness on here. So let's see. Oops, sorry. Don't mean to. Oh, it's a teriyaki. Yeah. I definitely taste the teriyaki too. Now you can see the comments. Jay Savage, what's up? Salt is good for you. Anything is good for you in moderation. I shouldn't say that, not anything, but salt is definitely, it's okay for you in moderation. I definitely think I like this one a lot better. The sweetness of the teriyaki is really nice on here. Feels like it's a little warmer. We're at about a 2. Nice sweet flavor though. Not much. Oh, right on. I appreciate you joining in enough. I know you're about to do the Thanksgiving stuff. Heat 101 and folding laundry. That's what's up, Dark. You be a good little housewife. Because I know that's not Bella. You fold her laundry for her. Fold it up nice. Diabolical. Let's check this one out. So that last one was not very salty either. But there was more of a salty taste. I think it was from the teriyaki. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't overly salty. And there was a nice sweetness to that one. Ha. House fro. Okay. The only complaint about this one so far, Rich, is this one's a little more dry. Like I think you might have over dried this one a little bit. The last one was nice and tender. This one's a little on the dry side. I mean, it's still there. It's not that kind that like it just like it's cracking, but it's not like the. I mean, there's still a little bit of chewiness left to it. It's just a little on the dry side. It's still got some of the jerky aspect to it. Oh, I forgot to say what was in the hot chocolate. Ghost and Fatale. That's interesting. Oh, this one's called Seen Red. This is not, I don't think this is not the Diabolical. Maruga, Scorpion, Reaper, Brain Strain, and Ghost. So I got some different powders here from him too. Diabolical is definitely the hottest. Not terribly hot. Really not. Respectable too. Yeah, and I understand that, Rich. Trust me, I'm gonna try to make some jerky myself this year, and I've never done it either. So, I mean, overall, I think you did good. I think I like the hot chocolate. I think the best. I think that was the best one of them for flavor and kind of the heat. That was my favorite. Trying to get a consistent jerky. Yeah, that's your favorite too. Yeah, I mean, Diabolical is a little warmer. It's a higher up too. It's definitely got some tang to it, but it's trying to be a 3, but it's not. So, but good stuff. Thank you again, Rich. You know I love you, brother. Talk to Rich almost every day. He's in one of my secret little groups that on Facebook that I actually am fairly active in. I usually say something at least once a day. Back to my chocolates and waiting for some questions here. Rich is the man. I still have to get his powders, looking at them right now. Oh, all right. That's cool. I love when people are interacting with each other like that during my shows. So I'm not sure which. There he is. What is my favorite movie? This is gonna sound cliche, Michael. I'm glad you're here, though, Michael Connolly. He is the one that really inspired me to do the Q&A. Michael Connolly has been a fan, or I shouldn't even say a fan. He's been a friend of the show. I shouldn't even say a fan, a friend of the show since almost the very beginning. I mean, he was a subscriber back when I've been doing the show for a little over 2 years now. October 15th made 2 years, and I'd say he probably has been subbed to my show since at least December 2 years ago. So he's closing in on 2 years at least that he's been, and it might have been earlier than that. He's been subbed for a long time, and I actually, he and I kind of back and forth on a couple of videos where he was doing some of the same challenges. Just got back from work. Awesome. Well, I'm glad you got to join in, Michael. My favorite movie, and I'm sorry, I don't want to mean to skip over your question because I'm going to answer that. It's kind of cliche, but my favorite movie is Gladiator. And I know. it really is. I've watched that movie so many times, and I absolutely love it. But one of my other ones that definitely needs mention is The Goonies. One of my favorite movies of childhood. Loved it. Absolutely one of my top movies. But it's Gladiator. Gladiator's number one. I'm sorry. So there you go. That good question though. I like the off topic question. I'm all about that. And I mean honestly, guys, that's kind of what I'm here for. My flying V is yelling at me to what? Marshall, so I'm getting back to melting my face. Okie dokie. All right, Rich, you have a good day, buddy. Hey, I appreciate you stopping by, and I definitely appreciate you sending stuff. Favorite movie isn't Harry and the Hendersons. I actually just watched that movie a little while back. I love that movie. That's a great movie. And honestly, no joke. I just growing up, I don't know why. I've always had kind of a fascination with the Sasquatch type scenario stuff. So and it wasn't that I ever really necessarily believed that Sasquatch is real or whatever, but I just thought it was kind of a cool idea. And go figure, I got nicknamed Sasquatch back, and I don't know, it was like 2006, 2007, 2008, somewhere in there. So it's been at least 10 years that I've been kind of called the Sasquatch. People would say something about me, give me a nickname or whatever, and I'm like, no, I prefer the term Sasquatch. So yeah, Gladiator was a good movie. I'm sorry. Rich, you are definitely the epitome of rock and roll, brother. I thought that movie was good. Your favorite movie is Saving Private Ryan. That's a good movie too, man. Honestly, it really is. There was a movie called Band of Brothers. I think it was like a 4-part movie a couple years back. That was a tremendous like military movie. Like if you're into military movies, later, Corey. Thank you for joining, brother. Anything Lithgow. Yeah, honestly, Lithgow, I don't know what it is, man. He's kind of like magic. I mean, even and I never really watched the show too much, but when I did watch it, 30 Rock was or Third Rock from the Sun. Sorry, I said 30 Rock. Third Rock from the Sun. That was a good TV show. He is huge. No kidding, he's huge. Who's huge? Me? I am definitely a big guy. Like so I'll go ahead and go through this because people ask me sometimes, how tall are you? I'm only 6'4". Now, there are not a lot of people that are 6'4" out there. Trust me. I was just in a big group of people yesterday taking my kids out to this dinosaur event thing, and I noticed that there was like nobody my height there. But I weigh about 255, 260 pounds, and I don't want to sound conceited or anything, but I work out and I'm a bigger guy. I mean, I'm just a broad-shouldered guy anyways. I'm not fat. I mean, I'm sure I got a little excess, but I'm not fat. So when you see me and you come up and you stand next to me, I'm definitely a bigger guy. I'm not small. So if that's what we're talking about, I mean, yeah. I get asked about that a lot. So did you ever see The Legend of Boggy Creek? Megan, I don't think I did, but I remember hearing about that. I never did see that. Incoming message from the great big giant head. Uh-oh. Who's that? Great big teddy bear. Oh man. Any movies directed by Ridley Scott? kick. Yeah. Yeah. So you're 6 foot and hold on, I got an arrow in the way of your thing there. Dang it, it's not letting me see. 160 pounds. Ha! You know, Michael, that's funny because when I was around your age, I think I was probably when I was 16, I was 5'6". From 16 to 17, I went from 5'6" to 6'1" in 1 year. So I grew 7 inches in 1 year, and I weighed, I want to say about 135, 145 pounds when that first growth spurt was done. Until I was 18 or 19, I started really kind of getting into fighting around the time I was like 18, 19, and I fought at about 165. So I was only by the time I was like 19, I was only 6'3", I think, and I was fighting at a 165. I grew my last inch when I was 21, height wise, and I stopped fighting for the most part around the time I was about 24. I think was the last time I did a sanctioned fight, and I weighed in at, I believe 185. I think was my last fight. I weighed in at 185, and I was 6'4". So yeah. So, Third Rock from the Sun, Squatch. Yeah. Gladiator was directed. Oh, okay. There we go. You know, honestly, Jesse, I did not know that it was directed by Ridley Scott. In your opinion, what's the hottest pepper in the world? That's a really good question. Right now, for me, the ones that I have tasted, it is a toss-up between the 7-Pot Brown and the Chocolate Bootla. I'll probably catch some negative on that because, you know, I don't believe the Reaper is the hottest, but I've eaten so many peppers. I've eaten so many Reapers. Like if you've watched my video, if you've watched my show for any amount of time, you've seen me eat hundreds of Reapers. And so I have a very good litmus test of what the Reaper has to offer. And I've eaten quite a few other peppers. And I really feel like the Chocolate Bootla and the 7-Pot Brown, they have different capsaicinoids. And see, there you go. Heat 101. Dark says the Black Naga is the hottest one. I've never had that pepper. So it's really kind of an open-ended question because there's constantly things that I think are kind of pushing the envelope. But I feel like stuff that Dave Miner is growing, the way Dave grows is definitely going to always be kind of pushing the edge. He had a rough season this year. He kind of got flooded out. The same thing happened to me. My season started off great. I had great production, and then all of a sudden it was just so wet here. It just ruined all my pepper plants. And I think the same thing kind of happened to him. He was kind of waiting for the production to get to where he needed it to be, and then gonna start taking stuff, and it just so. Nothing out of the ordinary about that. A lot of people don't think the Reaper is the hottest. Death Nagla is the hottest I've eaten this year. Maybe a C3PO. I've never had a C3PO. I believe I have had a Death Nagla though. I think it was last year though, so I couldn't tell you where it would rank compared to this year. Least favorite pepper, the orange habanero. Easy answer for that one. The orange habanero that you find at the grocery stores absolutely disgust me. That flavor is terrible. If they're fresh, like farm fresh, they're more bearable. But that orange, nasty habanero flavor just, it's terrible to me. I'm trying to think of a way to describe it. It's kind of a soapy taste to me that I just, and when I say soap, I mean, it's not like a floral per se, but it tastes like soap to me. It just, it's nasty. It makes me, it literally, it'll gag me. Heat affects people differently, and that's another aspect of it. Like for myself and Dark, we both ingest a ton of capsaicin, and there's some people that are watching this show right now and commenting on this show right now that ingest a ton of capsaicin on a daily basis. And it's one of those that if you ingest a lot of capsaicin, I feel like it definitely affects you differently. Like when I eat a jalapeno, to me, a jalapeno tastes exactly like a bell pepper at this point. I mean, honestly, if you gave me an even slice of jalapeno and an even slice of bell pepper, and I had been doing my normal routine of eating the spicy food that I eat, I could probably not tell you the difference between the two. And I'm not trying to be arrogant sounding or anything like that. It just, I eat so much spice that low amounts of capsaicin really just don't register to me. And I mean, I think doing what I do, I kind of need to have that level so that the spicier stuff that I do, because I do a lot, most of the stuff that I do is on the spicier side of stuff. I need to be able to do accurate reviews and taste the flavors of things, and I don't feel like I can do that if I don't have that tolerance there. Randy Keaton grows both. What is the hottest thing that's not a pepper you have eaten? I'm still gonna go with the toe of Satan. I really feel like the toe of Satan still, to me, the after effects off of that still are the hottest. Just after effects that I've ever had. It just has. I mean, nothing else that I've finished have I had a half hour floaty feeling afterwards. The brownie, the challenge brownie that I did, that was pretty darn close. Yeah, that was right up there with it. In AZ, the habaneros must be different because I've never had floral. Yeah, and Jesse, that's the thing is I'm not saying they're floral. They just have this soapy taste to me. I can't explain it. Like it's not a floral soapy taste. But I have had floral habaneros, different kinds. We need to send him some Jay maybe next year. Hey, yeah, I mean, you guys know, you've seen me enough, I'm down. I'm down to try whatever. Heat 101 is Bella. Oh, how is Bella? Do you guys stand the heat from peppers? Oh, how do you guys stand the heat from pepper? I'm sorry, I totally butched that up. Honestly, I can answer this for both of us. It's one of those that we prepare ourselves well, and plus yeah, and Michael Connolly did do the toe of Satan too. That was awesome watching that too, by the way, man. You definitely hung in there and stuck it out. That was really cool. But yeah, I think we prepare and we eat a lot. Yeah, the more your body gets used to it. Exactly. So I mean, it's one of those you build tolerance, and I know it sounds funny, like people, it's almost like you're a weightlifter. You think about it because me as a weightlifter, I think about it kind of from a weightlifting perspective. The more capsaicin I ingest on a daily basis, it just makes me more capable of dealing with the larger amounts that I consume on those big days. But on the big days, and Heat 101 will vouch for me on this, we do major preps. Like we have it's down to a science. Like we do this stuff so often that we can really hurt ourselves if we don't do the proper precautionary things. And there's people out there like, oh, I don't prep, I don't do whatever. If you're not prepping, you're straight going and puking right after anyway. So you can tell me you don't prep or whatever all you want, but I know the truth. I do this stuff. So you prep your stomach, you make sure you got good stuff in there, you make sure you got a nice full stomach when you're doing these big challenges. And you have to know, am I planning on getting rid of this stuff? Is there so much volume that I don't want it to go through my whole intestines and all that stuff? Because it's not the mouth burn or the end result that really hurts the most. The trip through the body is where it really, really impacts you, and it really, really hurts. So anybody can say whatever they want. There's all those, different GIFs and whatever, the GIFs or whatever that make fun of people that are, the next day or whatever. And there's always somebody talking about the oh, I bet your toilet's going to be loving you the next day or whatever. It's usually, that's not the bad part. And I can vouch for that. I promise. This was a chili pepper, dark chocolate. Oh, it's so good. Started lifting weights last January because I got a year gym membership for Christmas. Hey, nothing wrong with that. I love the gym. I am a gym rat. I try to go 3-4 times a week at least. I love it. I go to work, I get off, and I go to the gym. That dark chocolate is amazing. Oh, Blum Loco. Whew. So I got some spicier chocolates here, guys. These are some of this one's a spicy. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's probably backwards. And this one's the super spicy, the one that I ate, the little, it's a off shot of this right here. So I'm gonna eat the spicy real quick. Yeah, there's nothing like that, Jesse. When you get those 2 a.m. cap cramps, anybody that's done a lot of spicy food has got the cap cramps before, and that's why I say when people are always like, oh, I don't do any prep and I never have any issues. Yeah, okay, you may have done a few times and not had any issues, but eventually you're gonna have some issues, and I don't care who you are. You can't do this stuff for long periods of time and not have issues. It's just, and most of the time when it gets me, when I really get hit by the cap cramps, it's I didn't expect something to affect me that bad, and it did. So this is a spicy one. I don't know what he put in this one. Something tells me it's probably got extract, but not as much as this one. Ooh, yeah, there's some extract in there. Oh, it's trying to take my breath away. Craig Heilman vlogs. I don't know who that is. But yeah, I used to watch a couple different YouTubers for doing workout videos. Oh, you have a Johnny Scoville T-shirt. Thanks for the advice on the prep to eating peppers. Yeah, Megan. Honestly, my email address is eatingwithsasquatch@gmail.com. Honestly, if you have any questions, I would rather see someone. I'd rather take the time out of my day to maybe help somebody if they're going to try to do something that was maybe kind of out of their realm. I'd rather take the time. If you want to email me and tell me what you're trying to get into and what I think you should do, I'd be more than happy to help you with that. It's one of those that I feel like a lot of people kind of overestimate what they can do, and you don't want to hurt yourself. You really don't, and it's not fun. Trust me, it is not fun. Wow, as a matter of fact, that spicy one is definitely spicy. This is about it's almost got my sinuses going, so it's a high 4, almost a 5 right now. Oh, you know them cap cramps. I believe that, Michael. I definitely believe that. He's my friend, and we work out together. He records us working out sometimes. Okay, right on. So I assume he's probably somewhere around your age then. I think you're 18 now, I think, right? I know when you first started watching the show, you were not 18. I think you were like 16, 15 or 16, so. This one is the super spicy one. I probably shouldn't even be putting it on my fingers, but here we go. I don't really have much for relief around here. This one's much hotter. Ooh. Ooh. We're definitely at a 5 now. Ooh. That one is a high 5. He knows what to do. We have been working on prep for almost a year. Yeah. Dark and I, that's one of the things, like from the very beginning. I have something in your right eye. Oh yeah, touch my eye real quick. Yeah, good one, Dark. I love you, brother. Try to sucker me into that one. Not my first day, but I'll probably end up sticking my finger in my eye anyways later. But yeah, Dark and I, we've been friends closing in on a year now, something like that, and we became really good friends, and we support each other's channels just a whole lot. But we have really tried to perfect the art of making our stomachs be able to accept the craziness that we do. So, oh, okay. Yeah, honestly, Michael, I thought you were at least 18 now. I watched your shows 2 years ago when I first started doing mine, so I figured you were close then. I know you had done some different things, but maybe it's the height. I don't know. This one is a ghost pepper white chocolate. Tell you what, that little spicy chocolate little nublet, that's about a 6 in heat. That's hot. Got my sinuses going real good. Almost got my eyes. I can feel my right eye's trying to water a little bit. No, Dark, I'm not rubbing it. Oh, you're a mechanic? That's awesome. You know what's funny is I actually have a degree in automotive. I was a mechanic for a little while. It's top secret. dark, but we do share it with people, so I wouldn't call it top secret. We share what it is with people because we don't want people to hurt themselves, you know. Hey, thank you for joining though, Megan. I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out. Woo! That white chocolate is really good. The ghost flavor is good too. But with that 6 floating around in my heat level for the super spicy chocolate, it's definitely kicking that heat up a little bit. Ooh. The Chug Dude. Ha, nice. That's an awesome name. Whew. What time are we getting to anyways, guys? I can't see my... Looks like we've been going for about 45 minutes. Oh, and of course I just rubbed right over my camera lens. Make that all messy. Now I'm going to have to wipe it off. I got 9 million Scoville. This is going to be on my ear later on. Hold on, guys. Sorry. I'm going to have 9 million Scoville on my ear next time I use my phone. Not the first time. I'll probably, like I said, I'll probably stick it in the eye. Honestly, I'll do stuff like this and then I'll go put my contacts in or take my contacts out. You get used to it. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it going a little bit longer. Guys, if you got some questions, if you got some ideas on some shows or anything, I would love to hear some different ideas for like shows and whatnot. I don't really want to take a drink. I think I want to eat another. This is the scorpion one. But I would love to hear if anybody's got some ideas for some challenges or some things they really want to see me review. I would love to hear that. Dark, I know you're gonna throw some crazy stuff out there for me. You and I talk every day, so I don't need you telling me what you want to see me do. But you can put your input in, I guess. I'll let you. I know you want to say something. The scorpion with this milk chocolate, the Maruga. It really works. It's hot, but it really works. That saltiness. I love it. I love it. I can't wait to do this one with Brian. It's going to be crazy. Eating 101's done it. Main Event Pong's done it. N&J Pepper Show have done it. I think Johnny Scoville even did it. So they're just waiting on me to do it. And I was the first one he sent them to, so it's pretty bad. I'm just waiting on Brian Ames. Brian Ames is a very busy guy and getting around to shooting a video with a guy that's small channel like me. You know, I'm a patient guy. I will gladly wait around because, I mean, his videos are epic. I love his videos. So just to be able to be a part of that, it's awesome. I love it. So I wanted to clean my palate a little bit. It's definitely not gonna, the heat from the other is going down pretty well. The scorpion was still biting a little bit. Look at the shape of that chocolate. That's so cool. Blum Loco. This is the Reaper one. Nope. Mum's the word. Oh, okay. Seems like mum's the word for everybody right now. Nobody's talking. Anything. Throw me an idea. What do you want to see me do? Eat a bunch of peppers? That's what I'm talking about, Chug Dude. Woo! That one's got some heat too. I have not done the peanuts, but I did do the one chip. I actually did the one chip 2 different times. The first time I just did one chip. That's what actually kicked off my whole show, was the one chip challenge 2 years ago. And then last year, because they didn't do one this year, last year I did 4 of them, and I added a bunch of Reaper powder to one. Like my third one, I added a bunch of Reaper powder to it. Way too much. And added some Last Dab sauce to the 4th one. And I will say this. that was some of the worst cramps that I ever had. And it's because I did not prep properly, because the year before the one chip was not that tough. So I didn't prep properly because I didn't think it was going to be as bad as it turned out to be. So one of my mistakes, lesson learned. You want to see me eat your Sasquatch shirt. Love you too, Brandon. You are ate up. That being said, you're still a bit ahead of me. Right on, Chug, dude. I mean, honestly, here's the thing with me. So on my, I consider, like I said, I consider what I do as far as this goes as like weightlifting. So when I'm not training for anything, I have my walking around weight, so to speak, my walking around tolerance. My walking around tolerance, I feel like, is higher than most people. But when I'm in training, Brandon Dark from Heat 101 has seen it. When I'm in training, my my training is so intense that there's very few people on the planet that can keep up with me when I'm training. Because when I'm training, I literally have a pepper in my mouth all day long. And if you don't believe me, seriously, ask Brandon, ask Johnny Scoville. I'm well known at the hot sauce expos for being that guy that walks around with a pepper in his mouth all day long. I train so intense, it's not even funny. I literally, capsaicin becomes part of my blood when I'm training, and at that point, I really feel like there's very few humans on this planet that can keep up with me on my tolerance. But it's just because I train like a power lifter, and I get my capsaicin levels up so high that, like, I just feel like I can just go to that next level where people can't touch me. I mean, I did the Reaper eating contest in Chicago, and the heat didn't even really hit me until after I went around back and kind of sat there for a few. It was probably a good 3 or 4 minutes, and I ate. I think at Chicago I ate like 11 Reapers. So I mean, it's one of those, when you're really in that zone, you know, it's next level. You wanted to do the one chip challenge, but they don't sell them anymore. Yeah. Yeah, and please, whatever you do, don't go spend that big dollar amount to go buy one off of eBay or something. Put some gravy on it first. There you go. Used to do powerlifting, and I'm used to drinking. LL. I understand your analogy. Okay, cool. Well, that's. I mean, that's the best way I can, you know, translate it to anybody that's watching the show. That's the best way that I know how to explain it. So, but that's really what it's like for me. Like, I have my walking around tolerance, which is pretty high. I mean, I promise, like, what I can eat on a daily basis is pretty high compared to normal people. But when I really go into full training mode, and I do this for like months on end, like when I know I got a contest coming up, I train for months on end. It's like spice 3 meals a day plus some, and I'm just, anytime I can have something spicy, my coffee spicy, you know, I mean, it's insane. It's insane. And honestly, as soon as the competitions are over that I've trained for like that, I kind of just take usually about a week off, because it's, your body's just so like ready for a break from that amount of it, you know. And I still love capsaicin even after that. So that's, if that tells you anything, I'm just kind of masochistic, I guess. Is that's I mean, that's the best way I can put it. I like pain, I guess. And I think that comes from being a fighter, is like, you know, the rush of being in pain and not dying. It's as odd as that may sound. That's the best way I can put it. The guy that likes to get punched in the head, you know, so he knows he's in a fight. It's kind of the same thing. I eat a pepper and I know I'm in a fight, and my body loves it. Dried pods in your cheek like chewing tobacco. Crazy. Yeah, and I mean, that's really how I did it too. If we had a Scoville ranking, I'd give you, Johnny Scoville, and Chili Beast an S rank. I might be around a high B or a low A. I put Last Dab, Megadeth, Dave's Insanity on everything. Blum Loco in the house. Man, Blum, I just finished eating all kinds of stuff from you, dude. I've been eating your chocolates the whole video. You're going to have to go back and watch. Yeah, I've been eating your chocolates kind of the whole video. I have not yet got to these. I'm waiting to hear back from Brian Ames. Actually, Heat 101 goes to shoot a video with Brian Ames tomorrow. Definitely, if you're watching this still, go check that out when that drops. It'll be on Brian Ames, his channel. And I don't know if Heat 101 is going to do it. It may be a little redundant if they do, but we'll see. But Brian Ames is BrianAmbs. So definitely go check him out. Throw him a subscribe. I'll be doing a video with him soon. I boxed and did MMA a little. Awesome. I mean, boxing was where I started. I started boxing when I was like 10 years old. I grew up in a rough neighborhood. We fought a lot. Sorry, just got back from the show. Hey, not a problem, Abba. I'm excited to see you here. I honestly, to me, it's kind of funny. I still had one of each of the chocolates left over from the other day when I did the show, and I thought they'd be a nice little thing to just kind of munch on while I was talking to everybody. But yeah. So here's something else. I don't know if I've really talked about it during the show yet. Oh, Nuff's back. Right on. So I am organizing a charity event, and let me blow my nose because I feel like I'm getting a little nasally, and it's just I've been having sinus issues. My stepdaughter brought a cat into the house. We're allergic to cats. I don't know what her deal is. So, anyways, started a charity drive. I got a GoFundMe page set up. What I want to do, it's going to be called the Taste of Home Holiday Military Fund. Myself, Heat 101. I'm not sure if Main Event Pong. I don't think I asked him if he would be involved in it yet. But since you're here, hey, you want to help? So, SoCal Hot Sauce. A couple of us are all going to kind of get together. I really want to put together some care packages to send overseas to show the troops that are over there some support and love from home, just to give them kind of a taste of home, so to speak. But also give them some things that they need, like socks, underwear, whatever. Just send them some stuff to show them that we still love them. You know, we didn't forget about them. We appreciate the fact they're over there during the holidays, because that has got to be a rough time. I'm not former military myself, but I respect the military so much. And the fact that they're over there right now and they're going to be over there through the holidays and missing out that time with their family, it makes me feel like I need to do something. So whether I get help from you guys or whether I don't, I'm going to make sure something goes over to show them that we from this community care and love them. But it's one of those that if I can get some help, I would really appreciate that. So I'll put a link in the description. It's not currently in the description right now, but I will put a link in the description. My last 2 videos or so do have links to it. It's a GoFundMe page. You can see it says at the top of the GoFundMe page, Taste of Home Holiday Military Fund. So definitely try if you can. Donate whatever you can. I set a goal of $10,000. I'm really hoping that I can get some of these hot sauce makers and other people to get involved and donate some real, cash to this to really send something nice over there. Send like a big, just a huge load of stuff over there. They miss out on little things like candies and snacks, little things that we take for granted that we can get anytime we want. They can't get those over there. Socks, they're walking around in that sandy stuff and their socks are getting torn up. I mean, I'm telling you, those kinds of things are like, gold over there, little snacks and whatnot. I mean, just think they're over there and they haven't had maybe a Snicker bar for 2 years or something like that. How nice it would be for Christmas they get a Snicker bar. I mean, I know it doesn't seem like much to us because we take it for granted, but to them to get something from home like that, I mean, I'm sure it would mean a lot to them. So I've worked with different things before, different charities before where we did things like that. And I've worked with different military people that have said that, care packages like that came and they just really, impacted them on a different level, for somebody, caring enough to do that. So I'm allergic to cats too, have dogs. How many packages are you thinking? Honestly, Abba, I'm not sure how many I'm thinking. Honestly, I guess it depends on where we land when it comes to the money. Rob, hey, how's it going, brother? It really depends on where we land with the money aspect, but I want to try to make it as efficient as possible so that I can try to get at least something out to as many people as possible. So luckily I have a lot of military friends, so they may have some active duty friends that are serving over there that we can kind of start by sending something uh, to that person and their, you know, group that they're with. I, we'll figure out the logistics. I still got about a month or so before we really have to have it all nailed down. But I really want to. Well, I guess it's a little less than a month. I want to try to get something out to where we have about 2 weeks from when we ship it to when it actually is around Christmas time there. So yeah, my father was in the military back in '72. Awesome. I think about reaching out to Duluth Trading Company. Right on. Actually, I wear a ton of Duluth stuff, so that might be interesting. I'd love to work with them. I love Duluth. Nice radio station in Phoenix just did that for the troops from AZ for Veterans Day. They need to be black socks as part of the uniform standards. Just a heads up. Right on for that, Jesse. See, and that's really cool. Keep you posted. Maybe I can work some chocolate into it. That would be great, Abba. I mean, stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff. Like even if a hot sauce maker or a spicy, maker can send some of their products. I mean, that would be great for me too. Like if we can get something like that going, yeah, I'll definitely be in touch with you on that then, Abba. I'll get with the guy that I'm going to try to have head the actual shipping part of it together, and it may end up being me. We got to see where everything lands. It may end up being myself that does that, and if that's the case, so be it too. I don't mind. I just want to make sure it happens one way or another. So, but yeah, if you can donate even products, that would be fantastic. So, I'm all for that as well. So, I wish this thing would stop autofocusing. Urgh. It's the one thing when I have my camera turned around like this, it tends to kind of wah wah wah, and autofocus tends to kind of kick in and do crazy things. So, well, guys, it looks like it's been just a little over an hour now. I really need to get in and go do some family stuff. I filmed quite a few videos today, actually, too. So, but I definitely appreciate you coming and joining me. I really, if you end up watching this show after the fact and you have some questions, please feel free to ask, and I will try to answer those. And maybe I'll answer them in future videos, just for the sake of having some stuff in there that may interest you. Keep me posted. Sorry, that was the other one. Yeah, you have a great night too, Dark. But again, guys, upcoming challenges. I'm going to be doing the world's hottest chocolates. We're going to be doing a taco challenge with Heat 101 and Main Event Pong. Both of those should be crazy. Let's just have some fun. If you guys think of anything, throw it up there. If I can do something and it sounds good to me, I'm all for it. So chill out, screen. There we go. So again, thank you guys for watching. Till next time, eat like a squatch.